Your hip pain is not coming from your hip. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you the one thing you're doing every single day that's destroying your hips, and you probably have no idea you're even doing it. First, we'll clear up any confusion about where your hip actually is. Then I'll reveal the hidden reason behind most chronic hip pain that almost no doctor tells you about. And finally, you'll walk away with a clear plan to start doing a common everyday activity, one that you're doing every day, without paying for it the next day. I'm Dr. Ryan Wolfert. Let me ask you something. Where exactly is your hip? Point to it right now. Are you pointing to that spot on your waist? Maybe you're pointing near your groin area. Here's the thing. Most people I work with have been treating the wrong area for years. That's why nothing's worked. That's why the pain keeps coming back. You feel the pain in a certain spot, but the cause of the pain is actually in another spot. Frustrating, right? I agree with that frustration, so let's clear it up right now. Your hip is not your pelvis. It's not the bones at your waist, and it's definitely not your low back. Your actual hip joint is where the top of your thigh bone meets your pelvis. Picture a ball sitting in a socket. The rounded top of your thigh bone, that's the ball. Your pelvic bones form the socket. So that's your hip. This joint has two big jobs. Number one, it lets you move in all directions. And number two, it supports your entire body weight. That's a lot for one joint. And because it's constantly doing both of those things, it takes a beating. But here's what most people don't realize. Hip pain usually isn't from one dramatic injury. It's the gradual accumulation of stress day after day, year after year. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're wondering if you've already done too much damage, is it too late to fix this? Is this pain just your new reality? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. Just think about your typical day. You walk on concrete, you walk on hard surfaces, you get in and out of your car, you stand up while cooking, probably with more weight on one leg than the other. You might garden on the weekend. None of this seems too dangerous, right? And it's not. But your hips are keeping a running total of every single impact, every imbalanced, every repetitive stress. Now, worn out shoes, improper exercises, skipping strength training, these all contribute to hip pain. But today I want to focus on the one thing almost nobody connects to their hip pain. I'm talking about this common everyday activity called sitting. And it's not just sitting for long periods, but how you are sitting. Just check yourself right now. How are you sitting? Are your legs crossed? Are you leaning to one side? Here's the problem when you sit down. When you sit in a regular chair, the natural curve in your low back can flatten up to 70%. Sitting down tilts your pelvis backwards, flattens out your low back in that natural curve, and it compresses your spine and puts your hips in a stressed position they were never designed to hold for a long period of time. So what do you do about it? There are practical changes you can make right now that will start shifting your body out of pain. Okay, first, when you sit, your hips need to be at least level with your knees, or even better, slightly higher. Never let your hips drop below your knees. Keep both feet flat on the floor. If they don't reach the floor, then use just a small footstool to lift. Second, when you're sitting, stop leaning to one side. This happens a lot when people are driving, working at their computer, watching TV. I know one side feels more comfortable, but that's because your body has adapted to this imbalance. Sit with your weight evenly distributed on both hips. Third, there's a helpful tool called a seat wedge cushion. This is probably the most important tool I recommend. It slopes downward from back to front, which tilts your pelvis forward and restores that natural curve in your low back without you having to work so hard to get it. You can buy one, or you can even fold a blanket into a wedge shape to try this out first. Some people also benefit from these kneeling chairs. They open up the angle between your torso and legs, taking a huge amount of pressure off of your spine and off your hips, and keep your hips and legs and spine in a healthier, more natural position. And lastly, here's the non-negotiable. Get up and move every 20 to 30 minutes. Set a timer, stand up, walk around, stretch out for a few minutes. Your body and hips and back, it's not designed to be in a static position for a long period of time. The body you have right now still has the capacity to heal. It still has the capacity to move freely. You haven't missed your window. This isn't about managing your symptoms. It's about correcting the root causes so you can stop living your life without these limitations and around the limitations you set for yourself. You deserve to keep up with your family, to take that trip, to feel strong and capable. And if you need someone to actually look at your body and spine in your specific situation, that's exactly why I created these posture and mobility assessment. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. We can evaluate how your posture and sitting habits are affecting your entire body and create personalized recommendations based off of what we find. Okay, so I'll provide a link in the description. It's the first link in the description so we can figure this out together, and I'll see you on the next video, and you can be your own guarantee for your health in your life.